Good morning, everybody. It's ASIC Eric, Pops, and the Crows. What's up, Pops?
Mi hijo, dígame, usted pintura su hijas coche en manzana rojo dulce. Yo no sé en español cómo se llama candy apple, pero muy bonita, hermosilla. Y cuando usted está listo, por favor, pintura ese coche igualmente color. Gracias, congratulaciones.
Es para ti, Faraway? Is that right?
Es para ti, Faraway, sí.
Ah, right. That's for you, Faraway. All right. So, we're on the job here today. Thanks for everybody's input on this last time. I think what Pops and I are going to try to do here is nudge this fender out a little bit here and open up this gap, and then we'll probably have to pull it back a little bit. That's going to knock this out of alignment with the door. So then we're going to try and see if we can do the pivot the door like this trick to get it to go into the right place without losing our alignments and everything. We'll see how that goes. If you look at the rocker down there at the bottom, I don't know how well you can see that. It's potentially a little bit more gap in the front than there is in the back. So I think we can stand having this come out a 16th or so without really messing anything up, but we're gonna give that a try. I don't know how well it's gonna go, but fingers crossed. Right. All right, so we're just looking at this. This gap here is just over a 16th. Here's our 3/16 shim. That doesn't fit. The front of the hood is 3/16, I just checked. So we're gonna try putting a 1/16 shim in there. We'll see how that works. And then if that's not good, we'll put a 1/8 shim in there, but we'll start. And we're leaving everything attached here. We're gonna see how that goes. The bolts holding the fender to the top here are loose, but the ones at the bottom are tight, so we're trying to keep it where it is. Just get it to come out a little bit. Let's see if that works. The shim already fell out. Okay, that has a 1/8 in it. Let's see if I can nudge this thing. Can you get me the a flathead, please? Let's pry this thing over here. Doesn't want to move right now. Thank you. Try to do this without breaking anything. Wedge that in there. Something like that. Not sure if this came up. No?
You're adding one there or what?
Hmm?
You're adding one on the door?
Yeah, can I have another 1/8? This is a little too small, I think. That'll probably be too big.
You put them all back in the box?
Yeah, where's the box? Yeah, I'll come right back, hang on. Oh, we can't find our shims, so we're gonna just pack them up that way for now. Figure it out later. No idea where the shims could have gone. Yep, it just fits. Did come up. Let's go down. Another two.
Well, that gap is good.
Yeah, this looks better now.
Yeah.
We still do need to pull this back a smidge, I think. See about that now. Alright. And yes, this is wacky down by the door now. So you can hopefully see that the fender's sticking out too far now. And this doesn't line up so good here now. So now I'm gonna try loosening that one up again and see if we can pull the door back a little bit. Now I have to loosen up these ones down here and then move on from there. Okay.
It's wider.
Well, that's where it was. All right, so.
Next up is pull the whole fender back.
Yep. Just gonna tighten up this guy and see if we can actually move. Can I move it all?
I didn't see, I was watching this.
That's the wrong thing.
Yeah, it looks like it's wider.
I think it's wider.
Yeah.
A little butt shake there. So we were going for a 1/4 inch. That's still too much.
So it's lined up pretty good now if you just get the whole thing back 1/8 of an inch or 16. All right.
Let's loosen the core support here. All right, get out the mallet and see if we can move that thing. Pops and I were just talking about it. At this point, the only thing holding the front of this car on are those bolts on the fenders, really, and the two big core support bolts where it mounts to the subframe. I mean, we just loosened one of those. We should loosen the other side up while we're at it. Sorry. So we'll loosen the core support bolts up and then see if we can nudge the whole thing back. What I'm gonna do with my wrench. Did you move my wrench? No. Where'd it go? Okay. Alright, give it the old college try here. Is that moving? Doesn't look like it. Loose here. Oh, I got one more down there. Missed one. Okay. Just can't get the hammer in here. Bend it. Get that closed up. That look any better? I think that moved. There's nothing to hit on up here is the problem.
Right.
Not hitting something you don't want to hit. Anything?
Very hard to tell at that speed. Alright. With this, if there's nothing else.
All right, try the trick on the door here. Let's see, I need the 9/16 wrenches. All right, so what I'm going to try to do here is loosen all the bolts in the top hinge on the door, and all of them except one on the bottom, so that I can pivot the door out without losing up and down. Oh, that thing is uncomfortable to sit on.
Uh-huh. You have a seat in the car.
Huh?
You do have a back seat you can sit on.
Yeah. Of course, it doesn't want to move at all. It may be as far out as it'll go. but not out. I think that's all we're gonna get. Well, that moved.
What was it in the way? A lot of these LS3s.
Huh?
A lot of those engines.
Loud, it's like anything else. Depends on the exhaust you put on it.
Okay, with a standard exhaust.
Yeah.
Looks narrower.
Bottom's not bad. Top is still not good. Phooey. Show you what we got here. Alright, so down here, it's not too bad. So, not too bad here, but then it starts to jump out at the top there. That's the thing, man, trying to get all this stuff to line up. It's just not possible sometimes. Let's go to the other side. Alright, so there's the white guide coat. And yeah, the deep scratches, it definitely does help. And there's a bunch of 180 type scratches in here that are, I don't know if you can see them in the camera. They don't really show up with the guide coat though, so we'll see how well that goes. But yeah, you know, stuff like this where you have the big deep scratches, it works really well. Shows up nice. Anyway, so the PPG epoxy top coat with 320 to 400 dry. So Pops is going to take a long block with 320 here. We'll see how it goes. And as we said, we're not trying to reshape anything at this point. We're just trying to smooth it out and, you know, getting the little imperfections like that little guy right there out. And get it ready for a fresh coat of epoxy, so that then we can go put more body filler, 2K, all that kind of stuff. You ready to get to work?
Yep.
Let's do it. Where's your sanding block? Oh, you got a big sanding block. A man sand. Oh no, you got the little sanding block. Oh, I take it back. That's the man sanding block.
Yep.
Or the big sanding block, let's just say. Keep all the ladies out there happy and not implying anything. Tina, the Rust Queen, I apologize. I know you can use that sanding block. All right, hit it. Gentle. Remember, crisscross. Don't forget your crisscross. There you go. I grab it right on the edges of the block. There you go. So we're not sure if the 320 is going to bite in here or not. We just thought we'd give it a try. We may have to start with 220 or something else. So that's pretty fine.
Yeah, pretty fine. You got that build up.
Yep. Yeah, that's the main problem with the epoxy is it gums up your paper. But you got your brush. We'll see how this goes. Look, it is sanding though. It's doing something. I'll give that here.
Those guys up though.
Right. Yeah, that's not working so well, I don't think. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to probably use 220 first. That's just kind of skating across the top. Yeah. All right, so that doesn't work. We'll go to 220. Seem to do a little better, but all right. Clean the board if it's not sticking to the board.
Yeah, I think it's just the exterior part of the papers.
Okay, well you took the first bit. All right, so we got 220 here. My little semi-flexible block. seems to be sanding pretty well. Not too shabby. If you can see that there, looks like it.
I use glass cleaner or anything to clean up?
Yeah.
Use a 220 now?
Yep. Not bad. Pretty straight. A low spot right there. Yeah, you can see it in the camera, but that's about it. Not gonna do too much more than that. Come back with 320 on that later, but keep going. Right, hopefully you can see that orange peel there. Let's see if that'll sand out. Down to too far down there in the corner. Oh, you can't see that. Back out. A little too far there, but the orange peel is pretty much gone. That worked. We're working with 220 here now. I think we'll probably end up going over all of it with 220 and then come back with 320. That's my guess. That's pretty good. Take it. All right. I'd say overall, these panels are pretty flat so far. Haven't come across anything that needs fixing. And it's locking out nice.
Where they crack, yeah.
So Pop's finished this up with 320 here. Feels pretty good. Still kind of dirty. We washed it off twice, but it's still pretty dirty. So he's hitting it with 220 there first, then we'll come back with 320. This is all done in 220. I re-guy coated it and hit it with 320 now. Let's see how we're doing. They're breaking through in a few places, so this epoxy's pretty thin, so we don't have a lot of work to do here. Again, we're just trying to get any major scratches or orange peel and stuff out of it before we put the next coat on. Alright, I lied here. I said I wasn't going to take the finish off here, but it comes off pretty easy with the DA here. This is 150. Let's see how easy it comes off. Takes a long time, but it's coming. So I know every time we say we're done with something, we're not done with something. Came back to this door again after playing with it earlier in the video where I was trying to kick the door in and out. We ended up messing up the alignment back here. So I fixed that again, and then we had this was sticking out almost 1/8 of an inch this way down at the bottom here. And the gap was too big. So came back and worked on it some more and created more work for myself, but at least it looks better now. So we were taking the mallet here and beating on it and everything else. I put a nice big dent in there, you can probably see. But this whole piece right here was angled out a few degrees, you know, like put the straight edge there, it was sticking out about this far over here, so it was just really right there. So we fixed that, and then we put a big piece of wood here, that big piece of wood over there, and just lever armed the bottom part there. There's something in the fender at the bottom that's hitting the car that keeps it from going all the way in. So mallets, sledgehammers, beating on it. And then to close that gap up, we got the, what is this thing called? Porta power? I can't remember what that thing's called anymore, but the hydraulics. And stuck it in there in the wheel well and kind of nudged it back a little bit. So we got it okay. Did you take my straight edge away?
Yeah.
You want it?
Yeah, please. Gotta show everybody what we ended up with.
We have to tell them it's a bendable straight edge.
Yes. Can make the straight edge fit whatever edge you want.
Whatever you want.
And can you close the hood too, please?
I will.
Thanks. So now,
Want to get that cloth out of there? Thank you. Thank you.
I'm clear. All right, so you can see the fender still is just not straight. You can see how it kicks out right there. Whatever. But we got these edges pretty tight now. So that's good. That took a lot of work. That was 45 minutes of beating on it and everything else, but that looks pretty good. So the rest of this guy is in between 320 and 400. There's a few times I hit it with the DA with 400 just to smooth things out. Basically from here to the bottom of the doors is done on this side. The roof is done. Pop's got most of this door done. So pretty close. So we should be able to wrap up sanding on this thing next time. And then we'll finish stripping the fenders. Getting this stuff ready. Got to take these buckets off to do the body work, so take those back off again. Good. So hopefully, oh, and the metal work. Maybe 3 weekends from now, hopefully we'll be ready to prime this thing. And that'll be sweet because the whole car will be all shiny black till the paint dries. That'll be neat. That's looking pretty good. No real surprises blocking this thing out. Everything was pretty straight. So that's good. The body work up to this point is looking good. I like it. It's a mess. I'm a mess. Are you a mess? Oh yeah,
Ich bin sehr schmutzig, ja?
Oh, something. Jeez. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Anyway, that's going to do it, folks. We will catch you on the next one. Take it easy. Adios.
Adios.